Ladies and gentlemen, please let's minimize, let's take our positions, let's take our seats. We are about to start. We really need to have reduced movements. Please quickly find somewhere to sit. Find a place. We need to be seated. We really ask of you to help us. Let's minimize movement. We are moments away.
May we please be settled as we prepare for the arrival of the Republican President. Let us be on standby. May we kindly settle and be in position.
We will start with the singing of the African Union anthem.
Hello and welcome to the 59th Independence Anniversary for our beautiful country, our mother Zambia. We are coming to you live from my two colleagues, Brian Mulamba in studio.
The national anthem of the United Republic of Tanzania.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, may we remain standing as I call upon Brigadier General Shadrach Mwale, DG Chaplaincy from the Zambia Army, to deliver a prayer.
Shall we pray? Lord, we thank you this afternoon for the 59th anniversary celebration for the Republic of Zambia and the investiture ceremony. We pray for the continued accelerated development through equitable distribution of national resources. We pray for good stewardship for all those that have been entrusted to distribute and manage our resources. We want to thank you for the guest of honor, Her Excellency, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania. We also thank you for the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hichilema. We pray for the two heads of states that God, you may continue to grant to each one of them wisdom, good health, and excellence in managing the affairs of the nations. Bless our nation Zambia and the Republic of Tanzania. We thank you for all the men and women who shall be honored today during this investiture ceremony. Thank you for every person that is present following these proceedings, even them that are on the television. We thank you, Lord, for this state reception in honor of those who are receiving awards this afternoon. We pray that God, you may bless them, bless the Republic of Zambia and the people of Zambia. We want to thank you even for the luncheon that has been prepared. We seek your blessing upon it, that the food may be nourishing to our bodies. We pray now that God bless this occasion with your presence. For we make this prayer in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen. May we all be seated. Thank you very much.
God. Welcome to a very special day. Your Excellencies, the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hichilema, and the First Lady, Mrs. Hichilema, Your Excellency, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Your Honor, Mrs. W.K. Mutalina Lumango, MP, Vice President of the Republic of Zambia, and Bishop Dr. Max Nalumango. The Acting Chief Justice, Deputy Chief Justice, Michael Musonda State Council, Honorable Malungo Chisango, the First Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, members of the Presidential Delegation of the United Republic of Tanzania, Your Royal Highnesses, our traditional leaders who are present.
The former Vice Presidents of the Republic of Zambia, former First Ladies, Cabinet Ministers present, the Provincial Minister for Lusaka Province, Honorable Sheo Muliata, MP, the Acting Secretary to the Cabinet, Dr. Oliver Mubita Kalabo, Your Worship, the Mayor of the City of Lusaka, Ms. Chilando Chitangala, Members of Parliament present, members of the UPND Alliance Council of Presidents, members of the United Party for National Development's National Management Committee, leaders of political parties present, senior government officials present, Your Excellencies, the ambassadors and high commissioners accredited to the Republic of Zambia, the District Commissioner for Lusaka, Mrs. Rose Zulu.
Our distinguished recipients of honors and awards, members of the clergy, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, may we simply say all protocols observed. Welcome to Zambia's 59th independence anniversary, and we hope, we pray that we will have a great time together as we look back at the 59 years of Zambia's journey to where it is today. We wish for all of us, as we start to look at Zambia's 59 years as a milestone, and we'll force all of you to clap for that.
And to our brothers and sisters from Tanzania, we say, Karibu sana.
I'm impressed. To be your directors of ceremonies for this afternoon, we're privileged to have this opportunity. It is really an honor. My name is Franklin Sambu Jr.
My name is Nawalia Vlahakis.
And together, the three of us, as you can see, my friend here is carrying another future Zambian. In fact, in the next few months, she will lose her independence.
I'm not sure if it's future Zambian though.
Okay. It's future what?
Already is Zambian.
I see. Well, it's nice to see the warm relations between Zambia and Tanzania getting strengthened by this particular occasion. And distinguished ladies and gentlemen, especially for our visiting president, I think she deserves a round of Zambian welcome to the Republic of Zambia. We love you. We love the Serengeti. We love Mount Kilimanjaro. And we love the fact that a lot of us get confused when it comes to which one is the capital city of Tanzania.
I totally understand.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know how many people are saying Dar es Salaam right now?
How many Dar es Salaam, hands up?
Be honest. In 1974, it changed to Dodoma. And it's nice to share this knowledge. What do we have today?
Indeed, we have a lot lined up. Franklin, today is also about recognizing our forefathers, including the gallant men and women that sacrificed for these two beautiful countries, Zambia and Tanzania, to attain independence. The Kenneth Kaunda of our history comes to mind. The Julius Nyerere comes to mind. It's a beautiful day to embrace our history and see what we can do as a country to move forward in prosperity in line with our theme for today, which is accelerating national development through equitable distribution of resources.
Do you know what the two presidents have in common? They were both elected in 2021. Isn't that special? With a round of applause.
And of course, they continue to share a lot of ideas around how they can bring development to the two countries. It's good to see them together, and I know that the two countries are definitely forging ahead in prosperity. Well, Franklin, talking about what is coming up, we are going to have a dose of entertainment, but of course, today is also about recognizing the people in our country that are doing their very best to ensure that this country is prosperous. We will have an investiture and honors ceremony, a very special segment that marks independence.
For now, let's all individually appreciate Zambia's 59th independence anniversary. Look at the person next to you, across you, and wish them, Zambia, a happy anniversary, happy independence. Let's be friendly with each other.
And tell them one Zambia, one nation, one people.
Let us entertain you. We have loads and loads of entertainment, and if you are not careful, I might even sing. But that would be too risky. What is the entertainment plan like?
So our first dose of entertainment, ladies and gentlemen, please do stand by for Divine Choir, which will then be followed by another dose of entertainment from the Air Power Cultural Group.
And immediately after that, we will go into the investiture ceremony. For now, relax, sit back, reflect on where the country is coming from and where indeed it is being taken. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for our first act.
Zikola mutendere, zikola Zambia, Yehova mulengi anatipasa. Zikola mutendere, zikola Zambia, Yehova mulengi anatipasa. Tizebezele pamozi, lumelekele amo, chino chishi cha Zambia. Ni chetu twense, tisebenzele pamozi, lumelekele amo, chino chishi cha Zambia. Ni chetu twense, moneni fintulesa atupela, upumi atupela, umutende atupela, imimana atupela, nefinama atupela. Chino chishi cha Zambia, ni chetu twense, tingakale tipusana mitundu. Pesijisi cha Zambia, chijesu tonse. One Zambia, one nation, united we stand, divided we fall. Tiende pamozi tigwirizane, tiende pamozi tigwirizane, tiende pamozi tigwirizane, tiende pamozi tigwirizane. One Zambia, one nation,
that was the Divine Trumpet Ministries from SDA singing Tiende Pamosi. Up next, the Air Power Cultural Group, and they're singing what they're calling a masterpiece. And it's all about being one, being united, one Zambia, one nation. Let's put our hands together for Air Power Cultural Group.
Vama maza Zambia. Tupagulumba kuli babo bataligona kutegwa jisizo za Zambia jibalu muno jibalu gamantano. Mulibo agamba gali basigale kuti munyomwe tauja injina. Bubagabona bagaunda aba Simon Mwasaga pepe kuti gatuberegera ntomwe. Muri jejo baleri basubajishe jino ja Zambia bamba kuti katubola tuberegera ntomwe gatusegerera ntomwe gamubola nyonse no bana Zambia tusegerera ntomwe ejino chizisesu.
Very nice, very nice, very nice. Very nice. Air Power Cultural Group with what they call a masterpiece, a combination of what Zambia has to offer. And as you know, this country, 73 tribes, and at that point, it brought all the 10 provinces together. And until a few days ago, I was very sure that every time it is said that, oh, Zambia has 73 tribes, that we are a country with the most tribes. Until the president of Tanzania came. Then I realized that no, it is not us. In Tanzania, they have over 100. 100.
100.
Yes, indeed. As we boast with 73, 100. And guess what? They are united. Like Zambia. Isn't that beautiful?
It is beautiful. And as earlier said, the two countries definitely have a lot in common.
And you see, when the president of the United Republic of Tanzania was coming, one of the things that I initially struggled with was her name. You have no idea. The whole night, tonight for me it was Samia Suluhu Hassan. Samia Suluhu Hassan. Samia Suluhu.
And what was the conclusion?
President Hassan.
We'll keep it that way. That makes your job and mine easy, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
What's next?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we will now get into another segment of our program, which is the investiture of honors and awards by the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema. And to lead that important segment is the Principal Private Secretary to the President, Mr. Bradford Majila. Let's give him a round of applause.
Investiture ceremony, Independence Day celebrations, 24th October 2023, State House, Lusaka.
The Order of the Eagle of Zambia 3rd Division.
To my trusty and well-beloved, Njengambaso David Jere Kapotino Kuzwayo, His Royal Highness Chief Mpezeni IV.
Tenkosi mankosi. Bae tengwe nyama. Sikuze miti. Yeweka pezuru. Kama kesha salem zileni. Beznyaw ezinde. Bevute skuku. Sama buto wezito. Zet raitwetwe. Abantu basonile. Ikosi kawa ichelange sibuko. Umpeze njenge mbaso. Ingo nyama ya benguni. Ibu besi ya kidi. Bae tenkosi. Bakune tezekile. Bae wiselezwe lake. Konya kazela mambuka. Nabanka bomshopo. Tiabona bemtolabo. Itulo banda ngodonga. Kwepa. Endomtengula. Inkanyezi ya kiti. Yakanyezela mazwe. Okay. Ilange upumele zingane. Iya pezulu. Nemsewe chansa. Ispata binye. Ilevele tayo kamalembe. Kwa ukalipa. Mpa kokondire. Unga shishiza we ulendera uyo. Bae tenkosi ya mankosi.
His Excellency Mr. Jankowski Jasek, Mr. Philip Pascal, posthumously. Greetings. I, Hakainde Hichilema, President of the Sovereign Republic of Zambia and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Force of the Republic of Zambia, having regard to your services, do by this warrant award you the Order of the Eagle of Zambia, this 24th day of October. Hakainde Hichilema, President.
His Royal Highness Chief Mpezeni IV.
As Royal Highness Chief Mpezeni IV, you have been on the throne for 40 years, having been coronated Chief Mpezeni IV on 26th of June 1982, whereby you have been a pivotal person in ensuring that your people are agriculture orientated. As in Nkosi Amakosi Mpezeni's fourth, your reign has outlasted at least 6 Zambian political regimes, and it has been a historical reign, whereby another highlight of your reign was being invited to witness the coronation of the new Zulu king, King Misizulu Kwazelitini, in 2022. Back home, you are the one who coronated all the other Amakosi under your reign. Your unifying spirit in the kingdom of the Ngonis, and indeed the whole nation, is worthy of special commendation.
Ngonyama wakwatele izilo zobukali imvelele mfutuko imvelele mpumelelo bethuma njengendudumela kwazama zabomhlaba konke lo mlupotiphi ebanga elide wayamaduzane bechabe mkonto belona sabankwa emapheleni bechabe mkonto belona soshangane emapheleni bechabe mkonto belona oswide emapheleni bechabe mkonto belona kawanka emapheleni bechabe mkonto baete Nkosi yamankosi baete Ngonyama.
Jacek Jakonski.
Whereby you have organized and coordinated several high-level meetings and visits between the European Union and Zambia. One of such was the historical address to the European Parliament by the President of the Republic of Zambia, being the first Zambian president to address the European Parliament in June 2022. You coordinated the following. 1. Handover of Zambia Medicines Regulatory Authority, ZAMRA, state-of-the-art National Medicines Quality Control Laboratory by the European Union Commissioner for International Partnerships, and the first ever business forum in May 2022. And you also led a delegation from Bank BJK and ASECO Group for a joint venture partnership with Zampos Group to modernize its services, whereby you organized the following: the signing of the MOU for the Forest Partnership, the reintroduction of budget support amounting to 60 million euros. You secured an extra 30 million euros for the Kariba Dam Rehabilitation Project. You mobilized a further 20 million euros for smallholder farmers to mitigate the effects of the food security crisis, and you facilitated the rapid response to COVID-19 in Zambia and secured European Union contribution to the United Nations Development Plan Basket Fund. You helped launch an initiative called Natwapane to stop sexual and gender-based violence. You also actively engaged in evacuating 150 Zambian students from Ukraine. Your commitment and determination in ensuring the country is uplifted is worthy of special commendation.
Philip Pascal posthumously.
The late Mr. Philip Pascal was born in southern Rhodesia, now Zimbabwe, in 1947. Having co-founded First Quantum, FQM, in 1996, the late Mr. Pascal served as its chairman and chief executive officer from its inception until 2022. He instilled an entrepreneurial and bold culture that saw the company grow from a 10,000 tons tailing reprocessor at the Bwanamukubwa project. In 1997, Mr. Pascal acquired Kansanshi mine and turned the enterprise into one of the world's largest copper producers, with operations spanning 5 continents and employing more than 20,000 people globally. He later saw value in the closed down and abandoned Kansanshi copper mine and developed it to be one of the largest mines in Zambia, with significant contribution in tax revenue. He further went to Kalumbila and built the Trident mine from inception and added to it the nickel enterprise, which became the largest in Africa. His contribution in the mining industry in the country is worthy of special commendation.
The Grand Companion Order of Freedom, Second Division.
To my trusty and well-beloved John Akim Banda, posthumously, greetings. I, Hakainde Hichilema, President of the Sovereign Republic of Zambia and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Force of the Republic of Zambia, having regard to your services, do by this warrant award you the Grand Companion Order of Freedom, 2nd Division, given under my hand at Lusaka this 24th day of October, 2023. Hakainde Hichilema, President.
John Akim Banda posthumously.
Whereby he contributed to the struggle for independence. Born on the 11th November 1929, the late John Akim Banda was an active member of the African National Congress, and he later joined the United National Independence Party, UNIP, led by the late Mr. Harry Mwanga Nkumbula and the late Dr. Kenneth David Kaunda. His active involvement in political activities culminated in a strong unity which included government workers, and this forced the colonial government to declare a state of emergency and later led into the country gaining its independence on the 24th of October, 1964. His resilience and determination in seeing that our country attains independence is worthy of special recognition.
The Grand Companion Order of Freedom, 3rd Division.
To my trusty and well-beloved Akapelwa, Matia Ngalande. Greetings. I, Hakainde Hichilema, President of the Sovereign Republic of Zambia and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Force of the Republic of Zambia, having regard to your services, do by this warrant award you the Grand Companion Order of Freedom, 2nd Division, given under my hand at Lusaka this 24th day of October 2023. Hakainde Hichilema, President.
Akapelwa.
Whereby you played a major role in the liberation struggle as a youth. Born on the 25th June 1945 in Mongu District, Western Province, you used to covertly go with other freedom fighters on campaign trails, sensitizing masses on the need for freedom. Due to your involvement in the liberation struggle, you and your fellow youth were arrested and locked up in cells for booing Soroy Walensky. Apart from being a freedom fighter, you also worked in the Zambia Army, emeritusly served the country as a soldier for 25 years until you retired on the 31st of May, 1985. Your dedication and commitment to see that the country attained independence and your dedication to duty in the Army is worthy of special commendation.
Matia Ngalande.
Whereby you served the country as a freedom fighter from 1952 up to 1964. Born on the 2nd June 1932 in Kasempa, Northwestern Province, you joined the government as a clerk. After independence, you served as High Commissioner to Ghana and Nigeria in 1964 and 1966, respectively. In 1968, you were appointed Minister for Luapula Province, and in 1969, Minister of State for Foreign Affairs. You were appointed as Head of Mission to Egypt in 1970, Kenya in 1974, and Saudi Arabia in 1979, whereby you were one of the co-founders of the multi-party democracy, where you became Member of Parliament for Mufumbwe and Deputy Minister in the Ministries of Community Development, Communications and Transport, and Office of the Vice President until your retirement in 1996. Your contribution towards the country's independence and dedication to duty deserve special commendation.
Order of Distinguished Service, 1st Division.
To my trusty and well-beloved, William Mutale Chanda, posthumously, Ambassador Lazarus Kapambwe, Newton Mutane Kerwa, Justice Irene Chirwa Mambilima, posthumously. Greetings. I, Hakainde Hichilema, President of the Sovereign Republic of Zambia and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Force of the Republic of Zambia, having regard to your services, do by this warrant award you Order of Distinguished Service, First Division, given under my hand at Osaka this 24th day of October 2023. Hakainde Hichilema, President.
William Mutale Chanda, posthumously.
Whereby the late Professor William Mutale Chanda made massive contributions as a renowned academician who had passion for his work in his years of service at the University of Zambia. He served for over 40 years as a lecturer until he rose to the position of Vice Chancellor, whereby he was appointed as Commissioner to the Constitutional Review Commission in 2003 and the Salaries Review Commission in 2010, and served as a member of the Board of Governors of the Policy Monitoring and Research Center from 2012 until his untimely demise. He directed the rehabilitation of the lighting system at the university. The system had not been functioning for 15 years, and it is now fully functional, whereby late Professor Chanda initiated and coordinated the establishment of the United Nations University Institute for Natural Resources, and it now earns the university $50,000 per year. In appreciation for his contribution to the School of Mines, the University of Zambia has named the Rock Mechanics Laboratory in the school after his name. His contribution to the School of Mines and general academics at the University of Zambia is worthy of special commendation.
Ambassador Lazarus Kapambwe.
Whereby you have served the government for over 40 years with vast administrative and managerial experience as head of various departments. You rose through the ranks until reaching the position of permanent secretary in 2001. You have represented the country as ambassador in Washington, D.C., Germany, and Ethiopia, and twice as ambassador and permanent representative of Zambia to the United Nations, New York. You served as special advisor to the African Union's Southern African Development, SADC Community, Great Lakes and Intergovernmental Authority for Development. You are appointed by the President of the United Nations General Assembly to co-chair an open-ended working group on the causes of the world financial crisis of 2008 to 2009, and you successfully provided recommendations. Your duties in representing and serving Zambia is worthy of special commendation.
Newton Mutanekero.
Whereby you rendered 32 years of unbroken service to the government. You were the first director of the Examinations Council of Zambia until your retirement in 2007. You made the following achievements in the area of examination assessment in Zambia. You designed the development of the Examinations Council Act of 1983, the transitioning of public school examinations from Cambridge in the United Kingdom to Zambia, and the National Qualifications Framework and National Qualifications Authority. At international, continental, and regional levels, you ensured that the Examinations Council of Zambia was affiliated to professional bodies. You are the founder member of the Association for Educational Assessment in Africa and ensured that the Examinations Council of Zambia was the primary member. Your contribution to the education and examination sector in the country is indeed worthy of special commendation.
Irene Chirwa Mambilima posthumously.
Whereby the late Irene Chirwa Mambilima rendered outstanding services to the nation. She was the first female Chief Justice, and she contributed immensely to the legal fraternity and the development of the justice systems in Zambia and beyond. The late Irene Mambilima graduated from the University of Zambia with a Bachelor of Law degree in 1976. She was appointed state advocate and admitted to the Zambian bar in 1977. Between 1981 and 1984, she was legal advisor to the government on various bilateral agreements with other countries, including Joint Permanent Commission in Zambia and abroad. During the same period, she was legal advisor to the government loan negotiating teams on various occasions at the World Bank in Washington, D.C., whereby she held several positions as follows: Chief Justice of the Republic of Zambia, Supreme Court Judge, Chairperson Emeritus Electoral Commission of Zambia, Chairperson of the Editorial Board, Council for Law Reporting, Supreme Court Judge, Session of the Supreme Court of Gambia, Chairperson for the Council of Zambia, of the Council of the Zambia Institute of Advanced Legal Education, ZIALE, Vice President, Zambia Association of Women Judges, Board Member for Commonwealth Judicial Education Institute, Halifax, Canada, and Coordinator for the Jurisprudence of Equality Program in the Zambia Judiciary. Her immense contribution to the legal fraternity and the development of judicial systems in the nation and beyond is indeed worthy of special recognition.
Order of Distinguished Service, Second Division.
To my trusty and well-beloved Danny Muvanga, posthumously, greetings. I, Hakainde Hichilema, President of the Sovereign Republic of Zambia and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces of the Republic of Zambia, having regard to your services, do by this warrant award you Order of Distinguished Service, Second Division, given under my hand at Lusaka this 24th day of October, 2023. Hakainde Hichilema, President.
Danny Mwanga, posthumously.
Whereby the late Danny Mwanga held the position of Surveyor General from 1998 to February 2014 when he retired. The late Danny Mwanga advocated the Light Detection and Ranging Survey, a remote sensing technology used to map the surface of the boundary area to depict a watershed. After that, he, together with his Malawian counterpart, coordinated the construction of the boundary pillars and mapping of the entire Zambia-Malawi international boundary from Vubwi to Nakonde, a distance covering 980 kilometers. Whereby during one of the sensitization assignments, one vehicle got stuck on an elevated, rotten makeshift bridge in Isoka district. The vehicle remained hanging in the middle of the stream, posing danger to the driver and officers inside. He single-handedly and fearlessly ordered everyone out, got the keys, and drove the vehicle to safety, thereby saving lives of his fellow officers while risking his own, and work continued thereafter. His commitment and determination to serve the country and to save the lives of other officers is worthy of special recognition.
The President's insignia of meritorious achievement.
To my trusty and well-beloved Albert Chituka, greetings. I, Hakainde Hichilema, President of the Sovereign Republic of Zambia and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Force of the Republic of Zambia, having regard to your services, do by this warrant award you the President's insignia of meritorious achievement, given under my hand at Lusaka this 24th day of October 2023. Hakainde Hichilema, President.
Albert Chituka.
Whereby you have served in the Ministry of Education for 30 years. You improved Chipembe Girls Secondary School production unit, and it has been consistent for 5 years. At the Agricultural and Commercial Show, the school managed to scoop the following best awards: beef production, breeding bull and heifer, school production unit, and climate-smart agricultural practices in view of the climate change. The school has won prizes for 4 years consecutively. Through the income generation activities, 100% scholarships were given to local vulnerable girls in Chief Chamuka's chiefdom, helping to reduce early girl-child pregnancies and marriages. In 2011, you created a unique Chipembe Girls School farm model comprising 101 beef cattle, an annual stock of 10,000 broiler chickens. As a result of these improvements, Chipembe Girls has been recognized by the Food and Agricultural Organization to host the 2023 World Food Day. In 2010, you initiated the school's 5-year strategic plan, and the school was crowned the Center of Excellence both in academic and agriculture. Your hard work and contribution towards the improvement of the school, both in agriculture and academics, is worthy of special recognition.
The President's insignia of recognition.
To my trusty and well-beloved Sampa Tembo, greetings. I, Hakainde Hichilema, President of the Sovereign Republic of Zambia and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Force of the Republic of Zambia, having regard to your services, do by this warrant award you the President's insignia of recognition, given under my hand at Lusaka this 24th day of October 2023. Hakainde Hichilema, President.
Sampa Tembo.
Whereby you are Sampa the Great, and you continue to contribute to the raising of Zambia's musical status on the global platform. From your rigorous tours, appearances, and collaborations, you are the country's flag carrier. Your breakthrough in music came in 2019 through Project Birds and the B9, which won the coveted Australian Music Prize and also the release of the debut album, The Return. You are the recipient of 3 ARIA Awards, thereby making you the first musician to achieve the feat and becoming a BET Amplified Artist of the Month. The release of your debut album, The Return, in 2019, changed everything for you, becoming the recipient of 3 ARIA Awards and landing the 2019 Australian Music Prize. You recently launched your latest album titled So Above, So Below in Zambia, whereby in 2022 you received a special award at the Ngoma Awards and featured on the new trailer for Black Panther Wakanda Forever that was released in 2022. On 19th April 2023, you've performed your song, Let Me Be Great, featuring Angelique Kidjo from the album As Above, So Below, on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. The performance showcased your talent and unique style and helped to increase your visibility and fan base. Your contribution to the music industry, both locally and abroad, deserves special recognition.
The President's insignia of honor.
To my trusty and well-beloved Ruth Kalumba, Major Moses Masumba, posthumously, Jocelyn Tichidi Chisengi Ndlovu. Greetings. I, Hakainde Hichilema, President of the Sovereign Republic of Zambia and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Force of the Republic of Zambia, having regard to your services, do by this warrant award you the President's insignia of honor, given under my hand at Lusaka this 24th day of October, 2023. Hakainde Hichilema, President.
Ruth Kalumba.
Whereby you displayed courage, empathy, and bravery to a point of risking your life. On the fateful day of 21st January 2023, around 05 hours, you encountered a situation of a reported dumped baby which was thrown in a pit latrine by an unknown mother. Out of compassion, being a mother yourself, you gathered courage with the support of the local community and volunteered to go inside the pit latrine. A few moments later, the baby was rescued and handed over to the hospital authorities for medical attention. The baby has since been handed over to the government authorities and is doing fine. You are greatly commended for your exhibition of bravery, and your heroic act of rescuing the dumped baby deserves special mention.
Moses Masumba posthumously.
Whereby the late Major Moses Masumba worked for the Zambia Flying Doctor Service for 21 years and rose to the position of Chief Pilot of the Aviation Department. He flew more than 6,582 hours, transporting medical personnel, undertaking routine medical outreach to people, and emergency aeromedical evacuations to save lives in the rural and hard-to-reach areas. Unfortunately, on the 5th May 2010, his career was cut short while picking up the medical team at Chembe Airstrip. He was ambushed by 3 serial killers who later came to be known as the Mailoni brothers. The late Major Masumba was killed, and his co-pilot was the one who flew the aircraft back with the rest of the medical team. His immense contribution to ensuring government-delivered medical services to rural and hard-to-reach areas up to the point of losing his life is indeed worthy of special commendation.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Jocelyn Yichidi Chisengi Ndlovu.
Whereby you served the Zambia Flying Doctor Service from 2008 to 2013 as a pilot. On the 3rd May 2010, the team flew out from Ndola to Luano Valley in Central Province, where a team of medical personnel was dispatched to carry out medical outreach activities. On 5th May 2010, you were at the time a co-pilot who flew back together with the deceased Major Masumba when the pilots were ambushed by the 3 serial killer brothers, the Mailoni brothers. After the death of Major Masumba, you courageously decided to fly the aircraft under very difficult circumstances because you were just on attachment. You flew the aircraft with the body of the deceased and other team members who were injured. Your bravery and courage saved the team and the aircraft from further attacks from the Mailoni brothers and is indeed worthy of special recognition. Mr. President, Your Excellency Dr. Samia Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, the First Lady, Mrs. Mtinta Hichilema. This marks the end of the investiture ceremony. I thank you.
A big hand, a big hand, a big hand, a big hand. Let's congratulate all the recipients. Let's congratulate them fully, indeed. The show of courage, dedication to the cause of humanity being positive. And I'm sure that the 16 of them will have something worth celebrating. Life, huh? Just because, anyway, there's rumor that President Hassan directed that you get an umbrella. How true is that rumor?
All I can say is that this is inclusivity in actual practice.
Inclusivity.
Yes.
I'm excluded right now. Well, it's care, I suppose.
Yes, it
And
is.
for me to get an umbrella, next time I come here, I suppose I must also be pregnant. Say something.
I'm grateful. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you
indeed.
very much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what we have just witnessed are beautiful stories of Zambians. And it is great to see that these stories have been documented, but not just documented. Somebody has taken note, and they have done something about it. It's not every day that you are called out of this huge population, and you're recognized for your noble efforts. So congratulations once again to all the award recipients, those that have been recognized. And of course, we're grateful to the President for taking note of these great men and women of our country.
Well, they emulate the founding fathers of the two countries, don't they? If you consider what Dr. Kaunda and his team did, Dr. Nyerere and what his team did. In fact, those two were so close, they started looking alike.
Is it?
just go back into your mental library.
Okay, I will look at the pictures.
Imagine the way they comb their hair.
Mhm.
It was always going west.
All right.
The safari suits.
Okay.
Um,
What about the famous KK Chitenge cross? Did that also?
the toga.
Yes.
Well, I'm not so sure whether. But
But they also there's something they did not have in common.
which was
Their handkerchief.
the handkerchief
Their handkerchief.
And
That
the
was the only thing.
and
they
the mustache.
said. Okay.
Yeah. But have you noticed how, in the few days that the president now, in fact, in a few hours, with the president of Tanzania, are beginning to look like brother and sister?
They already are.
Of course, but I mean, as in same parents.
Oh, I see. I see.
It's the issue of staying.
Brotherhood and sister.
Absolutely. Let's talk about the theme, because it's very interesting that it is speaking. Did you drop your program? You want to pick it? No, I know you can't. All right, let me do this for you. Here you go.
Thank you.
So let's talk about the theme, because the theme speaks to what the government is aiming to do, which is to ensure that everybody gets, or at least all areas, get what they deserve through accelerated national development, through equitable distribution of resources. What is that telling you?
Well, that really tells me that we all have a responsibility to do something in line with bringing development. As the leadership of our country do their part to ensure that there is development in all the 10 provinces of Zambia, we also have a responsibility of doing our part to ensure that we not only access this wealth that we have, but we also work towards the common goal that is being laid by our leadership of ensuring that we have development at national level. So it doesn't matter which part of the country you're in, it doesn't matter whether you're a teacher, whether you're a doctor, maybe a farmer, an entrepreneur, maybe you are Sampa the Great, singing your music and contributing in the area of the arts. Do your part. I do my part, you do yours. Together we do our part. We achieve this accelerated development.
Right. And I told you Sampa the Great is my immediate younger sister, did I? Right. The whole story behind all this is that it's all about being focused on people's welfare.
Right.
And I think this is what the president and his team is aiming to do, but it won't happen by itself. Let's move on to some entertainment. And as we get set for entertainment, James Sakala is our next act. There will be a photo shoot which will follow. We do expect to hear from the two presidents. They'll be making their statements, and we will obviously entertain the recipients for this occasion this afternoon.
So we move to entertainment. Ladies and gentlemen, we bring to you Zambia's celebrated artist, James Sakala. A round of applause.
Let's make him feel welcome.
Galamogani, yeah, galamogani, yeah. bana bangaye korogani msinje kalamogani mama wa bidani mkaone tiko korogani msinje kalamogani 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 nati kalamogani 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 nati kalamogani osati kwebede osati gada osati kwebede osati gada osati vingazi osati gada osati vingazi osati gada osati ukuza osati gada osati ukunda osati gada osati gada Ntawi Afrika bana bangaye korogani msinje kalamogani mama wa bidani mkaone ziko korogani msinje kalamogani 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 nati kalamogani 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 nati kalamogani 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 nati kalamogani.
That was James Sakala reminding us to wake up, Galamokani. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, would now like to invite the Defense and Security Choir. A round of applause.
He said to ati ziko ya tu tirayo suka su shu holile mamane chitoya ngani kulimba koma mulungu ndiye aziwa zimene mtima ufuna koma mulungu ndiye aziwa zimene mtima ufuna neo zimene akomaneo azima itungulu we go chu 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 hatu akandiwa na mkombati Hamatindineo ipatima koma aiwana kutineo dimango sungamtendere koma aiwana kutineo dimango asungamtendere mama chitoyanga atitia tisunge ziko na mtendere Zambia together we stand Ati Zambia and Tanzania, we are together. Let's go. Hosama, Hosatre, Hesuka Gangai, Hosama, 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 Skangachwa, Hosama, Hesukangachwa, Hosama, Skangachwa, Hosama, Hesukangachwa, Hosama, Skangachwa, Skangachwa, we go, Hechuo, 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 Haria, Chuo, Haria, Hechuo, Haria, Hechuo, Haria, Hechuo, Haria, Hechuo, Haria, press up a son down. Haria, we go, Abba, we go, Abba, we go, Abba, Haria. Chuo Hario, 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 Chuo Nacho, Chuo Hario, Chuo Nacho, Chuo Hario, Chuo Nacho, Chuo Hario, Chuo Hario, Chuo up completely. We go. We go! Chua Haria, Chua Haria, Chua Haria, Chua Haria, Chua Haria, Chukanga Chua, Chua Haria, Chukanga Chua, Haria, 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 Haria. Chua Haria, Chua Haria, Chua Haria, Chua Haria, Chua Haria, Chua Haria, Chua na Chua, Chua na Chua, Chua na Chua. We go! 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 We go completely! Chua Haria, Chua Haria, Chua Haria, Chua Haria, Chua Haria, Chua Haria, Chua Haria. Chua Haria, 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 Chua.
Thank you, thank you.
We go! We go! Cha-cha, cha-cha, cha-cha.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, a lot of energy there, a lot of great entertainment from the Defense and Security Choir. Wonderful stuff. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is time to get into stately, but before that happens, just so that everybody is aware, one more time, in case you're just enjoying this occasion, we are celebrating 59 years of independence anniversary in the country, and it is more entertainment just before we get to speeches, keynote speeches from their excellencies. Now, there's one gentleman who has made a name for himself by imitating the Republican president.
Including the hand gestures and just, you know, the way he speaks and displays himself. It's amazing.
It is amazing.
Yes.
So we thought we could have the president to look at himself in a junior way. When I saw this gentleman, I was so fascinated. So as we were planning how will it happen, he was speaking to me as if it's President Hakainde speaking to me. I said, gentlemen, can we plan this nicely? But for you to see what we're talking about, put your hands together for Zambia's 7th president, Junior Mbali. He's doing things methodically. Just wait.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy to see you here. Madam, I'm so excited. Huh? I'm very happy. You know, as we are committed in terms of work, just like what I said. I said, no more party after party. Vantu maganiza mungati she doesn't know the pressures. Nizi ma pressure yano. Chichinya mingarato. Zachinya mingarato. Let me greet my friend. It is very, very important. Molekutik. Good. You look nice. Amazing. These are investors. Hello, how are you? Wow. Zambia is a peaceful country, and I'm a peaceful president. We brought freedom of speech. Swebo tuyanda kubereka. Mebo ndianda kureta rusumpubo. Development, isn't it? This is amazing. Great. Let me greet you. My wife, she's looking very beautiful. Amazing. This is very, very great. Can I greet you? Oh. Yeah. Amazing. This is amazing. Great. My wife, Mutinta. Thank you very much. Colleagues, thank you. Thank you.
Let's give him a round of applause. Another one, another one, another one, another one, another one, another one.
Well, Franklin, that definitely shows us that a lot of people are inspired by the president.
Listen to that.
You can only meet someone who inspires you, isn't it?
Now I'm confused. Is the president this side or this? This is becoming so confusing. The only difference is that where he has gone, there's no president of Tanzania. Just before we hear from our leaders, let's be entertained.
By the UPND choir. Let's give them a round of applause.
Chinaranda ufulu niti kulokondwera dimene Zambia chinaranda ufulu 24 kutoba 24 kutoba niti kulokondwera dimene Zambia chinaranda ufulu niti kulokondwera
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. There is a round of applause for lifting our spirits. Yes, indeed, and making us all remember what it is we are here for. It's really good to see this this response as Zambia celebrates 59 years of independence. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have the rare privilege of being able to listen to presidents of two countries that love each other. Great history between them and a great future ahead. And the celebrations today have turned out well. I mean, you're there, and I'm here. Your mother, I'm a father. Yes, you agree? Great. And in leadership, there's a similar pattern. So we've been given the privilege of sharing the two presidents, right?
Oh, yes. So, would you allow me to take my picture? How do we do it?
Well, they say ladies first, which, you know, painfully, yes, ladies first.
Okay, as a lady, I'll choose the lady president.
Okay. I'll choose my president.
Great. Our president.
Our president. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is now my rare honor, privilege to invite to the podium for a keynote speech to not only the nation of Zambia and Tanzania, but to the continent and the world on the occasion of Zambia's 59th independence anniversary. Please, let's make welcome His Excellency, the 7th President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema.
Take your seats, please. Please take your seats. Thank you very much. One Zambia. No, I'm not hearing your answer. One Zambia. One nation. Let's start again. One Zambia. One nation. Thank you very much. Let me acknowledge the presence of Her Excellency President Samia Suluhu Hassan of the United Republic of Tanzania. For some Zambians who may not be fully aware of the arrangement there, United Republic of Tanzania incorporates the mainland Tanzania, of course, mainland Tanzania, and the islands that include Zanzibar. So it's important that we are aware that our guest of honor is the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, incorporating the mainland and the islands, some islands. Your Excellency, let me also recognize the ministers and senior government officials that you have traveled with from Tanzania into Zambia, your second home. I also wish to recognize my colleagues, other cabinet colleagues from our own cabinet, provincial minister who is here. I'm also aware that we have former vice presidents
seated on that table and their dear wives. But more important, that on that table sits our Republican Vice President, Madam Narumango. Is the husband there? Oh, okay. He is present in spirit. He is present in spirit. I am not giving this recognition checklist by seniority or by priority after the visiting president. I'm simply mentioning the people that are present, but Vice President, thank you for sitting on the same table with your predecessors. That's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. And thank you to the former Vice Presidents and your wives for coming to this occasion. I'm aware that we have the judiciary, leadership of the judiciary here, Deputy Chief Justice. We have also the leadership of Parliament, the three arms of government, obviously the executive and judiciary and legislature. So thank you to the Deputy Speaker for being present here. And I was explaining to President Hassan that three arms of government, one of them is run by the Speaker, who is a lady, and the Deputy Speaker is also a lady. So I think we are moving somewhere in that regard. I wish to recognize also our service chiefs that are here, and indeed our members of parliament, our mayor, and the councillors. Important to recognize our partners, our cooperating partners, who I'm not sure why we sit them in one corner. Next year, I would like them to be sandwiched amongst ourselves, as opposed to sitting them in a special corner there. So they need to chat to our ordinary people at an occasion like this. It is also important for me to recognize the former First Ladies. I'm scanning around and I've spotted one of them, and there could be more than. I spot two of them there, so there could be more here. So, you former First Ladies, you're truly welcome here. Very good to see you and seated together there. Yeah. Next time I'll change the seating, propose, so you can sit with Vice Presidents on that table, wherever the table will be. But I'm also conscious that there are former cabinet ministers, former leaders that are here, and many who served this country over the years. So I was saying Your Excellency is there, High Commissioners, Ambassadors, our cooperating partners, and indeed, it's not by a deliberate act that I would omit a particular group, but in the cooperating partner group, I know the UNDP team is here, COMESA team is here, I believe the World Bank, IMF colleagues are here, also a number of local civil society organizations, very important to our governance. They are also here. And leaders of political parties, including our own United Party for National Development, our partners in the alliance. I see. And other political leaders in this our democratic country, constitutional democracy. So we are also happy to have other ladies and gentlemen and the media that is ever present with us. As you were last night, as always, you are here. We acknowledge your presence. We appreciate the role that you play in disseminating whatever we do as newsmakers. This is a special day, guest of honor, President Samia Suluhu Hassan. This special day for us, 24th October of each year, is when we remember, we recount, we express our respect to our freedom fighters. Zambians from all corners of this country. Then we were 9 provinces at the time. We were 9 provinces. We are now 10. But citizens, ordinary citizens in the markets, guest of honor, farmers. I know where I was born. I do remember as a young kid, very young kid, when our grandfathers and mothers were contributing anything they had towards the struggle. A chicken, a cow, a whistle, Your Excellency, President of Tanzania, a whistle which was used in a special way when it was blown in certain sound, it sent a message of warning or movement. So even those who contributed a whistle did a great job towards our liberation struggle. Traditional leaders who are present here performed tremendous functions, and we recognize all the traditional leaders that are present here. All of you. Madam President, Your Excellency, church leaders did their own thing. After praying, if it was a Sabbath or a Sunday, information was communicated, messages were communicated to the population to go and do something, to organize somebody, so as we could have a concerted fight against colonialism to liberate ourselves. What a band of great citizens of Zambia. What courage those colleagues had. And mind you, Your Excellency, they were less endowed in terms of skill sets, in terms of formal education, but a strong sense of purpose, unity, drove them to work across any artificial barrier. Women, we had a strong woman leader called Julia Chikamoneka, a woman like you, Your Excellency, very strong woman, who did heroic things to send a message. British High Commissioner is not against you, but it's just history, against the colonial masters, the British, that it was time to allow Zambians to rule, to govern themselves. And that lady did strange things. I'm not too sure if ladies of today could do what she was able to do. But I'm sure they're able to do those things in a different way, to send a message. So we thank, collectively we stand here. For me, I stand here, Your Excellency, guest of honor, as President of this country, only because those freedom fighters worked as a team to liberate us, and therefore allow some of us to go to school. That's the only reason I'm standing here as servant of the people. Without that independence on October 24th of that year, by the way, 1963 is really when we got our independence, but we formalized it in 1964. Because 1963, I was whispering to the guest of honor that we had an election. There was the European or colonial party, and then two local parties, indigenous parties. None of the three parties could form government. They never got enough votes to form government. And the temptation then, because the rulers were the colonizers, was for any of the two local parties, African National Congress and United National Independence Party, UNIP, could have been tempted to go into an alliance with a colonial party. But out of a clear sense of purpose to liberate our country, these two parties, which were basically very vicious competitors, ANC and UNIP, decided to come together, to join hands, to form government that led to our former independence in 1964, 24th October. So I would like at this point to invite all of us to give a round of applause to these gallant citizens who worked to deliver freedom for us today. Let's clap for them. One Zambia, one nation, nothing beats unity. And we, as the generation of today, must carry that lesson. Nothing beats unity. We may have issues, even in the home. We may have issues in the business we work in. We may have issues in the church. We may have issues in central government, in local government. But something must bind us together. That is unity of purpose. And to demean, to put aside any issues that may have some artificial division, divisive issues, put those aside and carry forward the struggle then for independence, political independence, freedoms, liberation. Now, to be honest, to carry on the agenda of economic and social liberation. Accelerated development, equitous distribution of resources, developmental resources, for investment, for trade, so we can grow the economy, we can create jobs for our people. First, education, hence the free education, madam. We're very proud that since we delivered the free education policy, classrooms are overflowing with children who were out of school. We're very proud of that. Very proud of that. So we can take care of the sick, the differently abled, or those that live with disabilities. So we can look after the old. We can look after the retired. We can only do those things by working the resource endowment that God gifted us with. In the diversity that we hold these resources. But managing ourselves properly, in an organized way, as my imitator was saying, in a methodical way, in a deliberate way, in an intentional way, only then we're able to carry on the touch of liberation, in this case, economic and social. As I said, offer opportunity to our youthful population. That's how important this day is. That's how great this day is. We must all cherish, celebrate, thank those who did spectacular things, as I said. I also want to thank, on behalf of the people of Zambia, those recipients today that we've honored for their contribution in many ways, different situations, to save someone's life, like what the lady did, to pick a child dumped. I can't understand how a human being can carry a pregnancy for 9 months, a gift from God. Many women would like to be pregnant, but they cannot be. Now, one of us is pregnant. One of us, you have heard my usage of words. One of us is pregnant. You carry the pregnancy for 9 months. You give birth to a gift, God's gift, and you choose to dump it in a pit latrine. I can't understand. I can't figure it out. How someone can do a thing like that, no matter the circumstances. So there is a kid dumped in there. Of course, to die. But assume if your mother acted like you, would you be alive today? Why would you do a thing like that? Anyway, these things do happen, and we must work hard to ensure less and fewer of such things happen. But there is somebody, a lady we have honored today, going out there to go and pick that baby from the pit latrine. Save that baby. Save that soul, that Zambian, who may become the next president of this country. We want to thank you, madam, and your other colleagues. Madam President, Your Excellency, let me return to you, or come to you. We are so thankful to you, your government, the Tanzanian people, for allowing you, for you to come, for them to allow you to come here to grace this important occasion I've just described. You have a lot of work to do in Tanzania, in our sister country, Tanzania. A lot of work. But to choose to spend 3 days with us, asante sana. Asante sana. Thank you very much. Ziko mkwambili. You have brought with you a sizable group of people, including business people. I must have acknowledged the presence of business people in this gathering. We appreciate you. You work the economy. You create the jobs. Madam President, thank you for that gesture. The two countries are Siamese twins. Tanzania and Zambia are Siamese twins. By geography, attached. I'm sure you're wondering why I'm using Siamese twins. What are Siamese twins? They are attached, isn't it? So we are attached. We are co-joined. Long border that we share. People-to-people relationships, marriages, business partners, government-to-government relationships, many, many things that I can talk about here. When our southern roots were shut from access during the freedom struggle for independence, where I started from. Next door, what you know as Zimbabwe today was called Rhodesia. That country shut our export and import routes. And our two great leaders, President Julius Kambarage Nyerere, and Kenneth David Puchija Kaunda worked together to open that route through the Zambian and Tanzanian hinterland onto the Indian Ocean in Dar es Salaam. Tazara was born. Tazama pipeline was born. And many other strategic assets that today we take for granted were creation of our visionary leaders on whom we stand. They assured us to stand on them. And we have a job to carry on that journey by rehabilitating the Tazara railway line, the whole corridor, the pipeline, expansion, the gas opportunities, energy, clean energy opportunities, joint ventures. And Madam President, last night I said, we as countries, as a region, SADC and Africa, are keen to deepen our relationships, including infrastructure, rail, road, pipeline, optic fiber for communication, many digital technology, food, the basics. It's our job now. It's our duty, inescapable duty, Madam President, Your Excellency, to develop these endowments that we were gifted by God to better the lives of our people. We are working, Madam President, you know, as a member of SADC on the Lobito corridor, Nakala corridor, Baila corridor, the natural Durban South corridor, Dar es Salaam, Tazara corridor remains a cornerstone to the development of these corridors, so we can trade, we can jointly invest, so we can let our people travel for business or for leisure or to see relatives from the Indian Ocean in Dar es Salaam to the Atlantic Ocean in Lobito, in Walvis Bay. I didn't forget that. And we know we have your support. You and I are serving on the Troika, SADC Troika. You are incoming chair, I'm current chair. Next year you are taking over, I'll be outgoing chair. This partnership must endure for the benefit of our people. I have said enough. At this score, Madam President, Your Excellency, I wish to say Tanzania and Zambia are critical based on our history, friendship of our past leaders. We have a duty to ensure that the two countries work together as we deepen our partnerships, bilateral, regional, Africa-wide, and globally. But before I invite you, I just wish to restate our position as Zambia. We want our countries, individual countries, our SADC, our Africa, our world to remain peaceful, secure, and stable. In an environment of instability, we cannot advance the economic and social agenda. Impossible. So we look up to you, my senior president, and others, that we can stabilize our countries, Cabo Delgado, Eastern Congo, Sudan, West Africa, the impact of war, instability anywhere is instability everywhere. The impact of war in Ukraine, Russia-Ukraine conflict, we are feeling it. Imported inflation, cost of fuel has gone up, fertilizers have gone up. Now, Israel and Gaza, Hamas. Really, we can't have that. We already have enough pain. We cannot have that. We want to appeal to every leader around the world to act in a manner that will sustain peace, security, and stability in their countries, in their region, continent, and the world. So we can focus on trade, investment, economics, social development. Madam President, how delighted I am to invite you to the podium as our guest of honor, respected guest of honor, to come and speak to these Zambians and their friends, Tanzanians, our diplomatic colleagues, partners, and indeed our former leaders, and through the media, to our two countries, to our SADC, to our Africa and the world. Your Excellency, President Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the Republic, United Republic of Tanzania, may you come and speak to our people on this occasion. I thank you. You see how good it is to have a good sister president who toast together at the end.
Yes.
So you propose a toast,
I'll invite you.
I will accept it,
Yes.
and we'll toast, and everyone else will toast.
Great.
Asante sana.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Your Excellency, Mr. Hakainde Chilema, please be seated. Sorry, please be seated. Thank you. Your Excellency, Mr. Hakainde Chilema, President of the Republic of Zambia, and Mama Hichilema, my sister Mutinte, and I recognize the presence of former First Ladies with us here. Your Excellency, Madame Motale Nalumango, Vice President of the Republic of Zambia, again a sister of mine, and former Vice Presidents, Honorable Nelly Muti, Speaker of the National Assembly of Zambia, Honorable Dr. Mumba Malila, Chief Justice of the Republic of Zambia, Honorable Ministers from Zambia and Tanzania here present, Excellencies, Ambassadors and High Commissioners, and other members of diplomatic corps, senior government officials from Zambia and Tanzania, religious leaders, traditional elders, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, Moli Bwanji. It gives me a great pleasure to join you on this momentous occasion to commemorate the 59th independence anniversary of the Republic of Zambia. On behalf of the government and people of the United Republic of Tanzania, I'd like to convey our sincere congratulations on marking this auspicious day. Congratulations, Zambia. At this point, allow me to convey, or humbly convey, my heartfelt appreciation to Your Excellency, my brother, President Hakainde Hichilema, for the cordial invitation for me to be a special guest and be given an honor to grace this glorious day, I say thank you, Zikomo Kwambiri. Relatedly, let me reiterate my personal appreciation to the government and the people of Zambia for the exceptional warmth and gracious hospitality extended to me and my delegation since our arrival in this beautiful garden city of Lusaka. Indeed, we have felt at home, away from home, but we are at home. Thank you. I'm overjoyed to see and witness the festive moods, your hearts oozing with patriotic pride, and mouths filled with gratitude as you salute the national flag and sing the national anthem, and of course, dancing with joy. This euphoria is what many of us experience during our national days, because Independence Day serves as a powerful reminder of our hard-won freedom and freedom to rewrite our destiny. This day gives us a moment to reflect and appreciate the struggles and the selfless sacrifices made by our forefathers. Sacrifices that did not only ensure we attain our freedom as one Zambia, but moreover, we keep our freedom as one nation. The Independence Day we are enjoying today is because our founding fathers believed in a cause, fought for the cause, and set ways to achieve this cause. And here, allow me to borrow the words from the late President Dr. Kenneth Kaunda, who reminded us, and I quote, that when people understand a cause, become prepared to suffer for that cause, and seek glory and honor in such suffering, it is indeed just impossible to suppress them or the cause they stand for. End of quote. Today, 59 years later, as we gather here, let us remember the unity and diversity that makes Zambia a strong nation. Let us rekindle and reconnect with our history. Let us assess our progress, and let us reaffirm our commitment to build a better future for all. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, this year's theme says accelerating national development through equitable distribution of resources. It's a very relevant theme and timely, not only to Zambia, but also to other African countries, including my own Tanzania. It reminds us that the noble struggle for independence was envisioned to make Africans masters of their own destiny, not only politically, but also in terms of economic advancement and improving their people's well-being. This theme also resonates with the Zambian 8th National Development Plan, which is designed to unleash Zambia's economic potentials. Indeed, Zambia's remarkable progress in socio-economic development is undeniably commendable. Your Excellency, we have witnessed with admiration the exemplary work you have undertaken in creating national cohesion, in building sustainable development for all Zambians. Tanzania recognizes the significance of these values, and we have consistently championed them within our borders and internationally. With this shared commitment in mind, we in Tanzania firmly believe in Zambia and the resilience of its people, trusting that you will continue to uphold these values with unwavering determination. Your Excellency, we welcome your engagement efforts at the regional level, and in August 2022, I was honored to host you on your first state visit in the United Republic of Tanzania as part of your efforts to engage with neighboring countries. We discussed and agreed on a number of issues, some of which we'll have an opportunity to discuss further during my visit and during my 3-day stay here in Zambia. I wish to note that people of Tanzania and the entire region have great hopes in Zambia's leadership at the regional level, including as chair of the SADC organ on politics, defense, and security cooperation. We hold the belief that under Zambia's guidance, our region will further advance its endeavors towards achieving peace, by extension, fostering an environment conducive for deeper economic integration. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, when we speak of equitable distribution of resources, we underscore the need for the people to be at the center of our initiatives. To the Zambians and Tanzanians nationals that are now listening to us today, I want to assure you that President Hichilema and I are believers of people-centered economic development. And in this regard, our two governments will continue to put favorable environment to ensure free movement of goods and people. To us, the geographical borders will simply remain as administrative lines between two people that cannot be separated due to our shared history, geography, blood kinship, tribes, and culture. And here, allow me to paraphrase the former President of the United States of America, John F. Kennedy, who said, and I quote, "Geography has made us neighbors. History has made us friends. Economics has made us partners. And necessity has made us allies." Those whom God has so joined together, let no man put asunder. End of quote. In the spirit of having people at the center of our initiatives, and in line with our ambition to further ease business between our two countries, my government has made a decision to allocate 20 hectares of land at the Kwala Dry Port in coastal region of Tanzania for consignments destined for Zambia. Furthermore, Zambia will be facilitated with a longer storage period, and this move will reduce congestion and delays, and ultimately reduce costs for doing business in Zambia. As such, we invested that this move will further boost trade between our two countries and create more trade opportunities for our two peoples. This is the gift from Tanzania as you celebrate your independence. Apart from that, we have embarked on the modernization and mechanization of Dar es Salaam Port to ensure the port is effectively and efficiently, timely and seamless in its activities. I wish to call on the business community, which I'm going to meet them just after this gathering. So I call them, the business community in Zambia, to seize this unique opportunity. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as you are celebrating this important day, I'd like to assure you, our Zambian sisters and brothers, that Tanzania will remain an extended family member, a reliable friend, and a strategic partner, much as it was during the struggle for political liberation. We continue to be a friend for all seasons and complement each other in the drive to transform our economies. Our founding fathers were able, against all odds, to establish from scratch one of the greatest economic corridors ever to be built in the post-independence Africa. The Tazama, the Tazara, and Tanzam, all stretching along thousands of kilometers of forests and mountains, all in the quest for economic emancipation and political liberation of our countries. We will continue to take all necessary measures to ensure that this corridor remains vibrant as it was envisaged during its inception. Recognizing the need to ensure energy security and adequate power supply for our industries, we continue in our endeavor to link the Southern African Power Pool with the Eastern Power Pool. Understanding the need to leave new milestone of our own, we will continue in our commitment to transform the existing Tanzania-Zambia Mafuta pipeline, Tazama, and construct a new natural gas pipeline from Dar es Salaam to Zambia. As we look ahead, I wish to reaffirm Tanzania's commitment to strengthen the existing ties of cooperation and bonds of friendship between our two nations. Toward this aim, our shared vision of prosperous, peaceful, and united Africa remains our guiding principle. I once again extend my warmest congratulations to the people of Zambia on this auspicious occasion. May your Independence Day be a time of reflection, celebration, and renewed determination to build a brighter future for all Zambians. May I now call my brother to come and have a toast together. Are you proposing? Yes. So now our sisters and brothers, join us in toasting for the prosperity of our countries. Cheers. Cheers. God bless Zambia, and may you all have a wonderful national celebration. Thank you so much. Zikomo kwambire, asante sana. Thank you. Very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Those were remarks delivered by Her Excellency President Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania. Hip, hip. Hip, hip.
No, we can do better than that. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Very much.
And before the President of Tanzania delivered her remarks, we also heard from our Republican President. They are indeed speaking the same language. They're on common ground, wanting the two nations to prosper and definitely taking the two beautiful nations forward. The Siamese twins, you would call them, and of course, a formidable force indeed. Well, we proceed now with some entertainment.
Well, that is certainly coming up, but as the leaders are toasting, if you have a glass on your table, no matter whether it's empty, please pick it up and toast with your neighbor. That's the whole idea, is to toast with your neighbor. You don't have to stand up, but just enjoy with your neighbor. They're doing it, let us do it on our tables. Take a bottle, take a glass, toast, happy Independence Anniversary. That is the spirit in which we are here. We are here to celebrate, and that's exactly. Thank you for doing that. Yes, indeed.
Celebrating Zambia at 59.
That's right. Thank you very much.
And we know that the mood is the same throughout the country. We hope in your homes as you watch television or whatever it is that you're doing, you will remember to celebrate this very beautiful day. And if you're from Tanzania, based here in Zambia, we celebrate you as well. In the words of the President, Tanzania will remain an extended family member, a friend all seasons.
So just before we have our food, there will be cutting of the cake, which will symbolize the celebration. That's almost immediate, so if the hotel is ready, that will be perfect. But to help you get ready with the cake, because of the cutting of the cake, we will have one piece of song to help us prepare for that particular undertaking. Ladies and gentlemen, the next act on stage to talk about the richness and the endowment of the southern province is Mpande, who comes on stage to entertain us with what he calls Kujundu. As we prepare for cutting.
Mwapona buti. I can't hear you. Mwapona buti. Swebo nkotu hira bamba guti. Uta swai kwimunzi. I can't hear you. Uta swai kwimunzi. Translated as the one who never gets visited is a coward. Ngati siwa kutandarira ndi wamanta. That's what we talk about. I'll ask the Minister of Tourism and the Minister of Information to join me on this one. Come on.
Vice President had come to
Thank you.
do a dance. The Vice President is waving. The Vice President is waving. She came to celebrate you. She came to celebrate you. Right.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mpande. And of course, our guests joining in her honor the Vice President to celebrate. It's time for us to celebrate and jubilate as Zambia commemorates its 59th independence anniversary. Now, one of the things that is very beautiful about independence is that whether we like it or not, our Zambian colors come out. That is to be expected. And I think we neglected to mention just how beautiful everyone looks. We have Her Honor the Vice President in red, Zambian flag, very important color there, speaking to the blood that was shed during the struggle for independence. We do have our First Lady looking very beautiful in Zambian colors, orange and green. Orange for mineral wealth, green for natural vegetation. She looks beautiful. We have there also our Minister of Health in red, representing the blood that was shed during the struggle for independence. And it's only right that we turn to the person next to us and tell them, you look beautiful. You look Zambian. We're grateful that you showed up in all those beautiful Zambian colors, just representing the pride we have as we commemorate Zambia's 59th independence. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time as we celebrate. One of the things that don't miss is the cake.
Right. And the cake is the next item on the agenda. And we'll now invite just the two presidents, just the two presidents, obviously His Excellency Mr. Hakainde Hichilema and the guest of honor, President Samia Suluhu Hassan, to walk to the cake and cut the cake and help us to celebrate the beauty of this occasion. Once the cake is cut, it may be cut into more pieces, and we may not all have the cake, but don't worry, I will describe the taste for you.
Or better still, just smile very much at the waiter. It's been a tradition every time we celebrate our independence, we have the cake cutting as part of the program. And of course, the Taj Pamosi Hotel has always been on hand to provide and ensure that we have this scrumptious cake. I know Franklin is heading closer to where it is, just to get a full description of what is happening as the Excellencies cut the cake.
Well, the president, together, the two presidents are cutting the cake together. I think they've started by cutting off Central Province. Let me check. Cut off the country. The map of Zambia from where I'm standing has changed shape. You see, it's been cut off. And the two presidents doing it graciously. It's truly a brother-sister affair, trust me. You know the conversations you have in the kitchen when you're both hungry? That's what's going on here. Nice little pieces on two plates. The president of Tanzania has fed the president of Zambia. That's not a rumor, that's true. And the president of Zambia has just fed the president of Tanzania. That is also fact. Ladies and gentlemen, wonderful gesture that requires a round of applause. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
We continue to celebrate Zambia's independence. And of course, what's a celebration without cake? Very grateful that we have to do it. It has to be Zambia and Tanzania doing it together. Standing by to entertain us and to take us through another dose of entertainment is Mongaila, all the way from Namwala.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated. We'll shortly roll out how the lunch is going to be managed. But for now, Mongaila Ila Cultural Group with Shiundwe, a warrior dance, protecting themselves, protecting their animals, protecting their welfare, ready to shield each other from harm. Please take note of the beautiful pattern that follows. All the way from Namwala to come and entertain us here in style, part of Zambia's rich cultural heritage. You have to be really ready if you want to conquer these men and women. They're ready for war, to protect what is theirs, to protect what is for the future generations, to protect their hard work, to protect Zambia. Celebrating Zambia at 53 years. There's always something to pick from this special, special occasion. The Mongaila Ila Cultural Group with Shihundwe.
Let's give him a round of applause.
Unity in diversity. That is what makes this country such a special, special country. And passing it on from generation to generation. All the way from Namwala, showcasing, strutting their stuff, and no mistake must be made by allowing this cultural richness to be lost by any other influences. This is part of what defines Zambia. Ladies and gentlemen, for the energy, for the showmanship, for everything, let's put our hands together. Let's appreciate them.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Mongaila, coming all the way from Namwala. Now, earlier on, we heard from the president, as he touched on the importance of recognizing what our forefathers did to fight for Zambia's freedom and to ensure that we have the peace, the economic gains that we have as we celebrate independence. He referred to Mama Julia Chikamoneka and so many others, Dr. Kenneth Kaunda, Harry Mwangankumbula, Simon Mwansaka-Pwepwe. We could mention so many, Nalumino Mundia, Humphrey Mulemba, Ruben Kamanga. And of course, it's from that statement that we realize that we cannot have a complete independence celebration without recognizing these very, very important gallant men and women. Some of them are gone, but their legacy lives on. And we still recognize those that are still with us, and we recognize just how important they are to this country.
Right. Up next, the men and women you're talking about have decided to showcase their talents. Of course, their voices may not be as smooth as some other greats, but they certainly have memories to remember what it was like when they would sing and chant for freedom of this country. The next act, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, is by Zambian freedom fighters, and they need a lot of encouragement. as they perform cha-cha-cha.
One man, one vote. One man, one vote. Freedom fighter. Freedom fighter. Freedom fighter.
Ewaleta ubuntungwa mutende amaisosere n'amaendere mu Zambia.
Freedom fighter.
Ewaleta ubuntungwa umutende amaisosere n'amaendere mu Zambia. Ubushiku bwa chachacha twatulire nganje twalela mu mpanga kwishinge. Ubushiku bwa chachacha twatulire nganje twalela mu mpanga kwishinge. Twalilombele kulilasa n'abangeri bakwalesa bali tumfwire. Twalilombele kulilasa n'abangeri bakwalesa bali tumfwire. Kaundolila nshi akaindolila nshi ndile chalo Jesu nukuko mwachi mwene wachi mwene kukola nilese watupele ati mwe bafita na imwe mukale iteka mulondola kakwala londola. Tupeni bamwisa mwe balwile chichalo mulondola kakwala londola. Ubushiku bwa chachacha twatolele nganje twalela mu mpanga kweshenge. Ubushiku bwa chachacha twatolele nganje twalela mu mpanga kweshenge. Twalilombele kulilesa n'abangeri bakwalesa bali tumfwire. Twalilombele kulilesa tumfwire n'abangeri bakwalesa bali tumfwire. Nga kaundolila nshi akaindolila nshi ndile chalo Jesu nikuko mwachi mwene kukola.
The president has left his seat together with President Samia Hassan to appreciate the freedom fighters.
Tupeni bamwisa mwe balwile chichalo mulondola kakwala londola. Tupeni bamwisa mwe balwile chichalo mulondola kakwala londola. Ubushiku bwa chachacha twatulile nganje twalela mu mpanga kweshinge. Twalilombele kulilesa tumfwire n'abangeri bakwalesa bali tumfwire. Twalilombele kulilesa tumfwire n'abangeri bakwalesa bali tumfwire. Akaindolila nshi ngira chalo Jesu nukuko wachimwene nachimwene kukola nilese watupele ati mwe bafita na imwe mukale iteka. Tupeni bamwisa mwe balwile chichalo imwe mulondola kakwala londola. Tupeni
beautiful piece there. Let's give them a round of applause. Taking us back into history, reminding us of where we're coming from. It wasn't an easy fight, but they fought anyway.
Once again, appreciation to the freedom fighters, President Samia Suluhu Hassan, and of course, his host, President Akishiriki, appreciating the freedom fighters. And they have done their very best, their energy, they gave it their all, and they truly are appreciated. It is time for lunch, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's time for lunch. I know most of us have been waiting for that part as well. And just to guide on how this will work, for our delegates in the VVIP tent, please remain where you are during lunchtime. You will be served. The other tents in front of me and behind me and on my left-hand side have saving bays right behind. So please do stand by to have your lunch. Look out for the saving bay that is right behind your tent.
Once again, to emphasize, behind every tent, there's a serving bay. Please, let's all go there in an orderly fashion. There's enough for all to eat and drink as we celebrate 59 years of independence. Of course, the VVIPs will be served. In the meantime, as that happens, we will be entertained and celebrations continuing.
Oh yes, the celebrations continue from the old and gold. In the freedom fighters, we move on to somebody who's much, much younger, and she is saying in a song, freedom is ours. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Shinga.